Please remain standing for the invocation which will be offered by Sister Mary Helen Nugent, a member of our Board of Trustees. After the invocation, please continue to stand for the national anthem, which will be led by Misericordia University faculty and staff, accompanied by Assistant Professor of Fine Arts and pianist Dr. Ryan Weber and Dr. Wilton Remigio, Assistant Professor of Physical Therapy on violin.
Let us pray. Gracious God, we gather this day in joy and gratitude to celebrate these soon-to-be Misericordia graduates. Bless us this day and always, so we may know that all goodness is your presence here and now. All blessings are your gift to us. All grace is your inspiration, moving us to follow your will of love. Recognizing you within each of us, and among us always is your call. And some days it is our greatest challenge. Open our minds and stir our hearts, so we manifest mercy, hospitality, justice, and service wherever we are. This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad. Amen.
Please be seated. It's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Thomas Boatsman, President of Misericordia University. Good afternoon. I'm delighted to welcome all of you, families, friends, members of our campus community, as we celebrate the class of 2016. Graduates, I encourage you to take some time today, amidst all the joy of your accomplishment, to thank family members, friends, certainly our faculty, classmates, university staff, and others who supported and mentored to you during your years at Misericordia University. The expression of gratitude is an essential part of leadership in the Mercy tradition and will serve you well always. I want to take a moment to acknowledge the passing of Sister Regina Keel, who died earlier this week, surrounded by family and friends at Mercy Center. Sister Regina was a jewelry maker and artist who designed the ceremonial mace that leads our procession today as well as the Founders Medal on display in Mercy Hall. Sister Regina, your legacy lives on in your art and in our hearts. Graduates, you continue a legacy too by honoring the charisms of mercy, service, justice, and hospitality in your daily lives. This distinguishes you as the caring, motivated professionals for which our institution is known. We are very proud of each one of you. I'm pleased to introduce Dr. Debbie Smith-Molesky, Vice Chair of the Board of Trustees, to continue our celebration.
President Boatsman, it is my pleasure to present to you Dr. Donna Markham so that you may bestow upon her the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters. Sister Donna? Sister Donna Markham, as President and CEO of Catholic Charities USA, you lead a diverse group of member agencies throughout the United States as they help the homeless, hungry, sick, and vulnerable in their communities. A Dominican sister, you were prioress of the Adrian Dominican Congregation from 2004 to 2010 and became the first woman president of Catholic Charities USA in June of 2015. An accomplished behavioral health innovator in both the United States and Canada, you previously served as president of the Behavioral Health Institute at Mercy Health System, helping to transform services in the 7 geographic regions of Mercy System. Showing a passion for improving the human condition as well as human interactions, you are an internationally recognized author and speaker in areas pertaining to transformational leadership, organizational change, management, and the effective treatment of the mentally ill. Your engagement in global peace initiatives is also worthy of note as you endeavor to create understanding and cooperation where conflict exists. You appreciate the power of education, having earned a doctoral degree in clinical psychology from the University of Detroit and a fellow designation from the American Academy of Clinical Psychologists. You share your academic and professional experience as adjunct faculty at Northwestern University's Kellogg School of Management. Sister Donna, you have a deep commitment to the well-being of humankind, and you know the value of serving others through compassionate leadership. We at Misericordia University are delighted to honor you today. Dr. Boatsman.
And so by the virtue of the authority vested in me, and by our chairman, Christopher Borton, and by the Board of Trustees of Misericordia University, I do hereby confer upon Sister Donna Markham the honorary degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, with all the rights, honors, and privileges thereto appertaining.
Thank you so very much. What an honor it is for me to be here with you today. President Boatsman, members of the Board of Trustees, members of the Misericordia University community, and esteemed graduates, most of all, I am so humbled to receive this honor alongside you. I'm even more so honored to receive it from Misericordia, just as this year of mercy draws to its conclusion. Be assured that I will treasure it in a very special way as I walk with you during this sacred time of Advent and Christmas time. At this time in my life, I am very privileged to lead Catholic Charities in the United States as we serve over 9 million poor and vulnerable people each year. A significant responsibility I and my team have is to protect those among us who are suffering from poverty, hunger, homelessness, mental illness, discrimination, or reeling in the aftermath of what seems to be an unending stream of natural disasters. It's shocking that there are 1.2 million people in our country who are living on less than $2 a day. People struggling to survive. So how might we be the face of mercy to these most vulnerable people in our midst? That, to me, is a question I ask myself every morning when I wake up. And especially given that it's this particular moment in history, when our country remains significantly divided and people's emotions run the gamut from exhilaration to fear and despondency, it seems appropriate that I share with you 4 simple principles that I believe are essential to caring for our neighbors, healing our country, and strengthening our communities in a time like this. These 4 principles are contained in just 8 words, and I offer them to accompany you into the future as you make use of the fine education you've undoubtedly had at this wonderful Mercy institution. For you who are graduating today, I would like to invite you to be agents for the good in applying your scholarship and training toward creating a society that's more compassionate and more respectful of differences. So here are the 8 words. Short is good at commencement speeches, right? Okay. Seek truth. Make peace. Extend mercy. Reverence life. Seek truth. As beneficiaries of a higher education, you join a long line of scholars committed to searching for truth to address the social and moral dilemmas of our times. Regardless of your particular field of expertise, you embody the depth of a Misericordia education, a mercy education, as you search to find what is true and good and right in bringing about a more compassionate society. We seek truth through study, dialogue, and discernment, never being timid about engaging in difficult conversations on contentious topics with people who may hold very different positions from our own, and doing that in the spirit of civil dialogue and concern for the other. Just by way of example, as a Dominican and as a clinical psychologist, I've long been engaged in probing how severely and persistently mentally ill people can be helped, and how we as a society care for them or don't care for them. I'm especially concerned about those who, along with being seriously ill, are living in extreme poverty. To direct the richness of my professional training toward working with others to find solutions is an obligation that I embrace by virtue of my Dominican spirituality and by whatever intellectual capacities I might have been blessed with. This is not easy work, and I think it's going to become a whole lot harder in the months and years to come. Mental illness is not a popular topic, and the mentally ill are often treated as the ostracized leopards of society. Working in concert with other practitioners, with members of Congress, with leaders in the faith community, and many other leaders who are concerned about those who've been relegated to the margins of society, I'm committed to searching for insight for what is truthful about the reality around us and telling that truth in the halls of power. We're committed to discover gospel-driven ways of addressing dire human need, even when such conversations can be quite difficult and sometimes not very welcomed. Engaging in bipartisan dialogue in a way that is productive and respectful is the only way to move forward. And I've had some wonderful opportunities to be successful and also some wonderful experiences of being totally a failure in trying to promote that kind of dialogue. So I would challenge you, who hold the privilege of this fine education, to always hold near to your heart the question of how are you going to direct your learning toward the good of humankind, especially toward those who are most vulnerable. Always seek what is true. Never waver from what is the right thing to do on behalf of those who've been left out or who struggle on the margins to make it through life. Don't be timid about engaging and speaking out on unpopular topics, and always refrain from demonizing the one who may hold a diametrically opposite view from your own. Seek truth. Make peace. Along with the search for truth, reconciliation resides at the very core of a peaceful society. Make peace. As I mentioned, we're living in a time of very disturbing divisiveness, a time when civil discourse has reached an all-time low and in which building relationships has ceded to erecting walls and fences that insulate mindsets, solidify intractable positions, and ultimately destroy the possibility of respectful engagement or dialogue with the differing other. The significance of engaging in educated dialogue at the service of establishing relationships, building understanding, and reconciling differences bids us to assume a truly countercultural role in our world today. This is not popular stuff. It's faster to be a bully, and it's more popular, it seems, these days. But rather than succumbing to the pull toward fractiousness and cold standoffs, we are charged with finding ways to counter the prevailing culture of division by serving as agents of reconciliation and peace building. That's what higher learning prepares us to do, and we have the obligation to be true to that. Be fearless in entering into the space of making peace. Bullying has no place in the heart of a learned man or woman. Take pains to convene persons from opposing perspectives so that the promise of relational healing and mutual understanding can emerge. Seek truth, make peace, extend mercy. Pope Francis tells us that the face of God is mercy. Over the course of this past year of mercy, we were charged by our Holy Father to promote a culture of care and compassion throughout our world, to work tirelessly on behalf of those who are excluded, and to stand with those who are suffering, entering into an encounter that opens the way for others to know and experience the tremendous and abundant love of God. We are the face of God's mercy. Many of you may not be, in your lifetime, directly engaged with the poorest of the poor. Some of you may be. But every single one of us, ourselves included, stands in need of compassion. How we treat one another, how we treat our families, our coworkers, and our colleagues, how we respond to the homeless folks living under our city's bridges, that is the measure of our mercy. In the spirit of an educated person formed in the tradition of mercy, your life will give witness through the kindness of your actions, just as significantly as any words that you may ever speak or write. Seek truth, make peace, extend mercy, reverence life. These times are replete with examples of the wanton destruction of life, human life, the environment, pollution, endless wars, to name but a few. We've been exhorted by Pope Francis to hear and connect the cry of the earth with the cries of the poor. The challenge for each of us who are inheritors of an advanced education is how are we to use our knowledge, our writing, our scholarship, our speaking, our teaching to address these cries. We're all connected to one another. We're all connected to creation. We need one another. We're dependent upon one another as we're dependent upon our environment to sustain us. Graduates, you are the bearers of a degree that issues from a university whose name means mercy. Do not be deaf to the cries of the earth and the cries of the poor. All creation is sacred. Stay passionate in advocating on behalf of life in all its forms. So those are just 8 words that I leave with you today. Seek truth, make peace, extend mercy, reverence life. May God's blessings accompany you abundantly on all your journeys, and have a very Merry Christmas and Happy Holiday season. God bless.
Thank you, Sister Donna, for the inspirational and challenging message. The university previously recognized those students who have been inducted into honor societies or received other honors. I'd like to bring your attention to the names of these students and the honor societies into which they have been inducted. They are listed in today's program. At this time in the ceremony, we will present the diplomas to the graduates, after which time the degrees will be conferred. Dr. Boatsman, the following candidates have completed the requirements for the degree Bachelor of Arts. In Biology, John Glenn Bankus, summa cum laude. Bridget Boyle, summa cum laude. Lauren N. Madsen, cum laude. Samantha Ann Weisberg, cum laude. Carly Jo Young, magna cum laude. In Communications, Aaron E. Doherty, cum laude. Krista Porosky. In English, Michael George Beloga, cum laude. Taylor Nicole Rupp, summa cum laude. In Government Law and National Security, Courtney Marie Bittenbender. Connor Duffy. Zachary Johnson, cum laude, with a double BA in History. Kurt Kowalski. Joshua Andrew Obermeyer. Mariah Renna Strenfel, magna cum laude. Christopher Charles Zabo. Natalia Volodets. In History, Kyle J. Coslett. Ray Haas Edward Ellis, magna cum laude. Lauren Nafis, history. In mathematics, Austin Scott Gallardo. In philosophy, Jacob Schweiger, magna cum laude. Dr. Boatsman, the following candidates have completed the requirements for the degree Bachelor of Science. In accounting, Denise M. Chory, magna cum laude. Yvonne Denise Clark. Corey J. Hannebach. Kelly Elizabeth Hopkins, magna cum laude. Rachel Ann Saka. Lori Ann White, summa cum laude. Michelle D. Mickelson. Courtney A. Mooney. Stacy Romanchik, summa cum laude. Darlene Williams Magdalinsky. In biochemistry, Devin Arrigo Cravani, magna cum laude. In business administration, Danielle Biscadors. Benito Camacho III. Ashley Catherine Chasm, summa cum laude. Bartholomew Joseph Chupka, Jr. Rebecca Ciensecto, magna cum laude. Megan Elizabeth Collins, summa cum laude. Teresa M. Doty, magna cum laude. Christian Luke Durley, magna cum laude. Tyler G. Hannon. Robert Franklin Hart III. Kelsey L. Hollenbach, summa cum laude. Alyssa Nicole Kame, magna cum laude. Patrick M. Kellish, magna cum laude. Ariel Lee Kneller, magna cum laude. Sydney Lee Koch, magna cum laude. Kelsey Ray Little. Erwin Maldonado. In business administration, Melissa J. Mercado. Megan A. Myers, magna cum laude. Andrea Molitoris, summa cum laude. Stephen Michael Monka. Matthew Thomas Morris, cum laude. Tricia N. Morton, cum laude. Matthew Norsini. Molly Jane O'Hara, cum laude. Amy Elizabeth Paddock, summa cum laude. Jeffrey Thomas Peters, summa cum laude. Dylan Francis Reedy. Marshall Raymond Rock, summa cum laude. Savannah Marie Schools, cum laude. Michael Triger, magna cum laude. Caitlin C. Vack, magna cum laude. Timothy Wallenberg. Mackenzie Page Yurko, cum laude. Haley Nicole Zelinka. Jennifer Michelle Slobik, cum laude. In computer science, Ely Boyce, cum laude. In diagnostic medical sonography, Rachel Ann Mackey. In early childhood and special education, Miranda Lynn Bellis. Shelby Taylor Bodnar, magna cum laude. Whitney Lee Ellenberg. Kristen Jill Stuffick, summa cum laude. In healthcare management, Kyle Joseph Berlinski, magna cum laude. Kenesha Jean Bonner. Eugene F. Cannon III, magna cum laude. Trudy L. Dempsey, summa cum laude. Christopher Edkins, cum laude. Robert Hunter Ide. Harrison Parker Kirch. Jeffrey G. Lee. Tyler Patrick Nolan, cum laude. Thomas Raddick. Erica Ann Sadusky. Lindsay Cassandra Stanlick, magna cum laude. Samantha M. Wise. In information technology, Christopher Bogdanovich. Jessica Capriolazzi, magna cum laude. Eric Allen Gurin. In medical imaging, Brianna K. Boyle. Marissa Teresa Conti, cum laude. Stephanie Elise Jugas. Kristen Ann Kabaczynski. Christina Regina Ocasio. Stephanie Tyler Pizer. Samantha Rock. Leah Brooke Sahagan, cum laude. Kara Wilds. Skylar Elizabeth Yatsko. In middle level education, Amelia V. Barhold. In professional studies, Amy M. Drazik. Leonella Fabian. Mary Fairchild. Diana Kestenbaum. Madeline Mulhern, cum laude. Jennifer Taylor O'Brien. In psychology, Jacqueline Rose Bamberski, magna cum laude. Kevin Naquil Collins. Aubrey Lynn Connolly. Megan Curry, cum laude. Caitlin Mary Fulton. Nicole Taylor Giampetro. Michael John Iannuzzi. In sport management, Brandon Nathaniel Kelly, summa cum laude. Matthew Muller. Dr. Boatsman, the following candidates have completed the requirements for the degree Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Mary Frances Buckley Bozek. Michelle Marie Burke. Tina M. Chapman. Karen Christine Fulmer. Melissa A. Jones. Robert J. Rogers. Carmela A. Ruby. Rachel Elizabeth Rush. Ann Eileen Webster, magna cum laude. Dr. Boatsman, the following candidate has completed the requirements for the degree Bachelor of Social Work. Casey C. Saylor, magna cum laude. Dr. Boatsman, the following candidates have completed the requirements for the degree Master of Business Administration. Scott Thomas Corrigan. Tina M. Kubasti. David Charles Lance. Following candidates have completed the requirements for the degree Master of Science in Education. Nicole Daniels.
Kristen Mitchell Samuels. Jennifer Lynn Seedor. Suzanne Marie Sikora. Jessica Nicole Stevens. In healthcare informatics, Anne Marie Fetchko Daniels. Elizabeth Barilla Kavanaugh. Nicole Ann Lipinski. Karen Ann Young. In organizational management, Walter Carl Barron. Catherine E. Becker. James A. Brogna. Brandon Matthew Coletti. Brenda M. Heck. Kimberly Lynn Kilheeney. Lauren Michelle Smicherko. Shane Kui Ikaika Kahikili Hajime Wago. In speech language pathology, Terrence Luke Morgalis II, summa cum laude. Dr. Boatsman, the following candidates have completed the requirements for the degree Master of Science in Occupational Therapy. Nitu Bektor. Katarzyna Eva Bialik. Diane E. Brett. Melinda Lee Clark. Danielle Joy Iosia. Jessica Jansen. Sarah Ann Kirkpatrick. Kyle Robert Kurtek. Colleen Megash. Danielle Nicole Macadon Malone. Kevin Michael McDonald. Leanne Murphy. Rebecca May Peterman. Alyssa Joy Pomerico. Laureen Amanda Rauch. Amanda Elizabeth Ann Salek. Michael Anthony Sparrock. Teresa Shanley Stecker. Dr. Boatsman, the following candidates have completed the requirements for the degree Doctor of Occupational Therapy. Carla Maria Flynn. Lindsley Rose McLaughlin. Allison F. Ortman. Dr. Boatsman, the following candidates have completed their requirements for the degree Doctor of Physical Therapy. Jessica Lynn Armale. Emily Claire Barnable. Bryant David Barnhart. Marielle Elise Bertram. Rebecca Bissett. Julia Catherine Blaskowitz. Chelsea Nicole Benetti. Zachary Batone. Rachel Michelle Brooks. Jessica Marie Campbell. Bridget A. Comiskey. Melissa Ann Comiskey. Levy Tyler Erb. Jomar C. Ferralis. Kyle Dean Freeman. Kimberly Ann Gottschall. Thomas Martin Gottstein. Anthony J. Grasso Jr. Dennis Halpin. Emily May Hullings. Daniel John Kelleher. Jacqueline Elizabeth Kochmer. Nicole Marie Krajewski. Shane Michael Alamo Kulesa. Katie Kuzminski. Joseph Patrick Lehman. Amanda Nicole Lee. Nicholas Michael Lombard. Mallory Elise Lockman. Brittany Ray Luzick. Lindsay Mockamer. Amanda Matchy. Casey L. Masteller. Victoria Marie Myhall. Brianne Nicole Phillips. Alyssa Radzevich. Morgan Lori Romsberg. Nicolette Ruffler. Frank Santercero. Sarah Frances Starzek. Rachel E. Stitt. Brendan Lewis Stone. Jeffrey M. Taylor, Jr. Andrew E. Tucker. Will the candidates please rise? Dr. Boatsman, as Vice President of Academic Affairs of Misericordia University, I present to you the class of 2016 and recommend that you confer upon them the degrees for which they have successfully completed all requirements.
Graduates, you ready? They're almost ready. How about the families and friends? Are you ready? I'm pretty sure the faculty are ready. All right. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Misericordia University, I do hereby confer upon you the degree for which you have completed all the requirements as determined by the faculty and the department in which you have qualified, with all honors, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto pertaining. Congratulations, class of 2016.
Okay, graduates, to make this official, if you haven't already done so, switch your tassels from the right to left, and now you may be seated. It's now my pleasure to introduce the valedictorian and student speaker for the class of 2016. Terrence Margalis has earned a Master of Science degree in Speech-Language Pathology with a 4.0 GPA.
Good afternoon, members of the Board of Trustees, President Boatsman, Sister Donna Markham, honored guests, alumni, administrators, faculty, staff, family, friends, and my fellow graduates. It is truly an honor to stand before you and give the 2016 Winter Commencement speech. I would like to start off by sharing my story. I am a person who stutters. I have stuttered all of my life. Stuttering defined my formative years. In my senior year of high school, I was planning to go to college to become a nuclear engineer. I figured that I wouldn't need to talk too much in that profession. In April of that year, I was informed that I was selected to be the commencement speaker at my high school graduation. The thought of speaking in front of hundreds of people terrified me, enough to seek out Dr. Glenn Tellis, a board-certified fluency specialist here at Misericordia University. I remember telling Dr. Tellis that perhaps I should just sit out and not give a commencement speech. Dr. Tellis mentioned that if I took that route and relinquished the opportunity to speak, I would never get that once-in-a-lifetime chance again. He said I would probably wonder for the rest of my life what it would have been like to make that speech. He asked me what I was afraid of. Stuttering, of course, was my response. He said, "Go ahead and purposefully stutter on the first few words and acknowledge to the crowd that you stutter." I thought that was outlandish. He assured me that it would reduce my fear of speaking to a group and would also make the audience more at ease. Right then, I trusted him and decided to give the speech and challenge my biggest fear. Dr. Tellis and I worked on my commencement speech, and I slowly became more confident that I could pull it off. In June of that year, during my commencement speech, I spoke in front of a huge audience, and though I stuttered, I felt a sense of accomplishment, that I was able to conquer my fear of stuttering in front of a group. I never needed to wonder what if. I had done it. During the course of my therapy, I mentioned to Dr. Tellis that perhaps engineering was not my destiny, but speech-language pathology may be a career that I wanted to pursue. However, I believed that I could not be successful in this profession because I stuttered. He convinced me that a person who stutters could not only become a speech-language pathologist, but could also become a very good one. In fact, he mentioned that the field was started in the 1920s by people who stuttered. I didn't realize then that my initial exposure to Misericordia would change the trajectory of my future career. At the end of that day, I completed an application to Misericordia's speech-language pathology program, and shortly after was accepted. That was just the beginning of my Misericordia journey. I took many classes here at Misericordia, and with the help of the entire speech-language pathology department, I succeeded in my academics and clinical practicum. Along the way, I slowly began improving my fluency through my speech therapy sessions. But one of the most challenging moments of my life occurred a few semesters after I joined Misericordia. I was giving a presentation in Professor Simcoe's English class. I felt very relaxed and confident because I needed to read from a PowerPoint for 5 minutes. Suddenly, I began stuttering on literally every word. I felt frustrated, embarrassed, and emotionally drained. I believed that everyone was judging me, and I wanted to flee from the room in the middle of that presentation. However, I completed my presentation and promised myself that I would never let stuttering control my life again, and that I would control stuttering. That was the lowest point of my college life. From that day onward, I took my speech therapy sessions seriously and confronted my stuttering head-on and did not hide from it. I decided to work very hard and not become complacent. During the course of my education at Misericordia, I finally accepted and owned stuttering. I subsequently presented numerous papers in front of large groups across the United States and at Oxford University in England. Though I occasionally stuttered during my presentations, I was never ashamed of being a person who stutters. I was finally okay with stuttering and being a person who stutters. It did not define me anymore. In the past, if somebody asked me what my most notable accomplishment was, I would say giving a commencement address at my high school graduation. Giving a speech to a packed auditorium is a formidable task for most people. Now, imagine having a communication disorder that impacts a person's ability to express his or her thoughts fluently, and the problem gets magnified exponentially. Today, I believe my most notable accomplishment is confronting stuttering and beating it. Don't get me wrong, I will always stutter. However, I stand before you as someone who has overcome adversity, and to tell you that if you challenge yourself when things get difficult, you will be better prepared to face future hardships. I believe that if you persevere, you can accomplish anything. I want to emphasize that I could not have gone through these 5 years at Misericordia without the support of the people around me. My parents, family, friends, classmates, professors, mentors, supervisors, staff, colleagues, and clinicians. I would like to acknowledge the people who have helped and supported me along this sojourn at Misericordia, but the list is endless, and if I do thank everyone, you'll be here for another hour. However, I want you to thank those who helped you to get to this memorable day. You could not have done it without them, nor could I have without my circle. On this day of celebration and reflection, I have a challenge for you, class of 2016. When you leave here today with your diploma, know that Misericordia gave you all the tools that you need to be somebody's role model. Use those tools and change the world for the better. Inspire someone to make a difference. Inspire someone to go to college. Inspire someone to smile. Inspire someone to volunteer. Inspire change. Be the change agent. Be the person who lives the charisms of Misericordia. Be the person that someone can count on. Be the person that overcomes adversity. If these weren't qualities I actively strive for each day, I wouldn't have accepted this honor of speaking in front of you today. Misericordia gave us the tools that we need to take the world by storm. Now it's our turn. With the most sincerity and gratitude, I want to thank each and every person who supported me and my fellow graduates and helped to shape our journeys. Thank you. And to the class of 2016, good luck. We made it. Thank you.
At this time, Mr. Adam Gretsch, class of 2013, member of the Alumni Board, will preside over the induction of the new graduates into the Misericordia University Alumni Association.
President Boatsman, members of the Board of Trustees, members of the Alumni Association Board of Directors, members of the faculty and staff, graduates of Misericordia University, family, friends, and honored guests. My name is Adam Gretsch, and I am an alumnus of the class of 2013 and a member of the Misericordia University Alumni Association Board. It is my distinct honor and pleasure today to welcome the December class of 2016 into the Alumni Association. On behalf of over 17,000 graduates of Misericordia University, I extend congratulations and best wishes to you, the new graduates, for having achieved your goals at Misericordia. I commend you for the outstanding contributions you have made to this community. Contributions that were demonstrated in these past years by your service, personal commitments, and academic achievements. As graduates of Misericordia, I ask you to become involved in the activities of your Alumni Association, continuing to promote the same spirit and dedication you have shown during your years as a Misericordia student. At this time, I ask all members of the class of 2016 to please stand. In accordance with the bylaws of the Misericordia University Alumni Association, and by the authority vested in me of that association, I hereby declare the graduates of the class of 2016 to be life members of the Misericordia University Alumni Association. And I beseech you to be and to remain loyal supporters of this university, which send you forth this, the 18th day of December, to better serve your communities, yourselves, your professions, your country, and your God. You may now proudly call yourselves alumni of Misericordia University. Congratulations and welcome.
Before we begin the alma mater, we ask that you remain in your seats until the stage party and academic procession reaches the back of the auditorium. Graduates and their guests are cordially invited to the reception in the lobby of Bank Student Center. So please rise for the singing of the alma mater printed on the last page of your program. To conclude our ceremony, Dr. Ruth Connolly, a member of our Board of Trustees, will offer the benediction.
Over the years, I trust you have often found yourself in prayer. Oh, dear God, please let me be accepted at Misericordia. Help me pass this final. Find me a job. Get me a date. Mend my broken heart. Make me a good friend. Heal those I love. Help me to decide. Now we, who have grown to know, love, and respect you, we pray for you. May God's blessing follow you on your new ways of journey. May you walk safely along the pathways of your dreams. May our God's gentle hand guide the decisions that you make. And may hope be a light within you that you carry into each new day. I ask all to please extend your hand in blessing upon our new graduates. Lord God, we ask you to bless those who graduate today. Bless their lives with goodness and love. Guide them to use their gifts wisely and to walk into the future with hope, faith, and love. Help them to show mercy through compassion and caring, service through selflessness and action, justice through fairness and advocacy, hospitality with dignity and respect. We ask this in the name of your Son, Jesus. Amen.